But God is good because He is working. He has been working on me, and He told me the other day that I have been doing good.
Yeah, she's growing. She's grown a lot.
But it still sounds like you because you picked out the ring.
Okay, we'll let you take that answer.
Anytime, I have nothing to hide at all. Anytime. Open book. That's an A.
Okay.
That's an A.
First of all, with the Sloans and the Summers, I don't know what happened, but we didn't get the memo because you all have on black shirts and we don't. We're trying to figure that out. I don't know what happened, but that's just pretty cool how that played out.
All right. Well, we're going to jump. We want to let everybody know on Facebook and YouTube, and those of you that are out there on social media, a little bit more about what we do with Friends of Our Marriage. We are a group of people who come together, and we're just friends of our marriage. You know, you can have a friend. I've got friends of mine that I knew before I got married. I got friends that I met since I've been married. She's got friends that she knew before we were married, and friends that she's met before. While we've been married. But to have friends of our marriage is something totally different. Because if one of my friends hears the situation that if I'm talking about Sheila, I'm telling him how she was yeah, and they like, man, you ain't got to deal with all that. They telling me everything that a single person would tell me, or somebody who's not really a friend of our marriage. They're my friend. They don't want to see me hurt. And so they're looking at her with a different light every time she comes around. Whether I've apologized, whether she's apologized, they don't know what goes on in her home. They just know what I told them. Right. And then vice versa for her. But with the Friends of Our Marriage group, if I come to one of the boys and I'm telling them, hey, we always do together. Sheila been doing this, and well, what did you do to make her do that? They come at me with those type of, they like, well, what? And I'm like, well, wait a minute, man, you supposed to be on my side now. No, we're friends of y'all's marriage, not just, what did you do wrong? Just, you got to own up and take responsibility for what you do. Let's dig a little deeper. What could it be? And that's what happens with the Friends of Our Marriage group. And this is just a quick little video for those of you who don't know about Friends of Our Marriage, just to let you know a little bit more about us. All right, here we go. We're going to kick it off and let you guys see how we're going to be running things today. We've got a couple questions that we want to ask you, and just to get you warmed up with a few things. So this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to use my cell phone, and Sheila's going to use her cell phone. If you've got paper in front of you, you can use paper. But each of you get something to write on and be ready to play with our couples. Who knows best is the name of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you write your answer on the question first. And then you're going to guess what you think that your spouse would say. Now, don't cheat. Don't look at each other's paper. You got to play it cool. I know what you think your spouse might say. But what do they think you're going to say? That's the question.
That's what I like about this game.
Yes, I like this game. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to jump off into question number 1. Which one of you was the first to be convinced that you were meant to be married? Which one of you was the first to be convinced that you were meant to be married? All right. We're going to give everybody a second to write down your answers. You would have said it at the same time. That's pretty interesting. Don't say what you said. Don't tell nobody. Okay. All right. Well, let's hear from the Summers. What was your answers? Let's start with the ladies first. Miss Patrice, let's go ahead and tell us.
I said B. For him. I said it was him first. Yeah, it was him.
Okay, that's what your answer would be?
Yeah.
Yes, B and
B. For both of them?
Yes, B and B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and what about you,
I said D. I said neither. And I got an interesting story. We went looking. Yeah, we went looking for rings one day, and we were both kind of thinking about it, and we were looking for rings, and so we went in the mall. We were shopping. So that day that we were shopping, I actually purchased. She was with me, and one thing I've learned in our marriage is there's not a whole lot that I can hide from her. So we purchased the engagement ring. We get back to the house, and she calls one of her cousins to tell her cousin that we had purchased the ring. Now that said cousin is now our pastor. So when he got to the house, he calls everybody. He starts cooking, and the next thing you know, it turned into an engagement party.
So that was already, it was signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yes, signed, sealed, and delivered, exactly.
But it still sounds like you because you picked out the ring.
Okay, honey, we'll let you stay with that answer.
Husband is the primary peacemaker. Both of us usually apologize at the same time, or we don't apologize too often. We just forget about the argument. Yeah, he laughed just like I do. We don't forget arguments around here. Let's see. Oh, what would you say? I'm trying to think about what you would say.
I turned my phone over so you
you ain't gonna see my answers. I ain't looking at yours. Okay, all right, I got mine. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and start with the Caldwells this time again. And we'll let Jerry answer first this time.
Oh, Jerry, go ahead. Okay.
Okay, for me, I would say B, which would be me, the peacemaker. And the answer I would say for her, she would say B. That's me again.
Okay, and why do you say that?
Because I don't get as hostile when we have disagreements or arguments. She might get a little more hostile. And I kind of lay back and quiet and more of a listener than being combative.
Okay. All right, Miss Carolyn, what was your answers?
Now I said, now I do apologize first, and I'm the only one. I have to always apologize first because, like he said, if we do have a disagreement, I have a mouth, and because I have a mouth, so I use it, and it might come out wrong what I'm saying, but it's like I get convicted. There's a conviction that comes over me, and it might take a little minute, but it comes over me, so I have to now go and apologize to him. I didn't mean to say what I said, but I meant what I said.
Right.
I could have said it a different way.
Right.
So that's why I say I would apologize first, but he is the peacemaker, even with any other situation, I may be upset about something that may happen on the outside, and I share it with him, and he always, is there to comfort or just give me some wisdom in that area. So
okay.
Yeah, but God is good because He is working. He has been working on me, and He told me the other day that I have been doing good.
Yeah, she's growing. She's
All right, now next question. Let's see. Our next question is, are you comfortable with your spouse knowing all of your passwords and keys to locks that are not work related? A, I share all passwords and locks with no second thought. For the most part, I'm pretty comfortable with sharing passwords and keys. C, I'm nervous about my spouse having that kind of access. Or D, are you kidding? Right. No way in life would that ever happen. All right, this time I'm gonna start with the fellas. And let me see, Raheed, what do you think?
For me, it's A. I mean, she can have anything. I don't know if she has them, but all she has to do is ask for them. It's one for everything. She knows what it is.
Well, she about to get it now because you just told her she can have it. And them eyes.
My kids do. So somebody knows how to get in. I don't have any passwords or anything that's a secret or anything like that. Anything that has a password, if she thinks about it, she knows what the password is. So I use it for everything. And so she definitely could have access to it, or if she doesn't feel like she already has it, so it's an A for me.
All right. How about you, Lamont?
It's definitely an A. Number one, like I said, I don't have anything to hide. Number two, I forget a lot of times. I have to ask somebody else. I have so many different codes and different things that I have to have for work and different things like that. I mean, everything that we have, basically, we share as far as the codes and different things. And like I said, I'm transparent. Like Raheed said, I try to use sort of the same one for everything so I don't forget. But I just try to switch it up every now and again. But I'd say definitely A.
And we're all from Troutman, so this answer comes from me. I'm just saying I've been an open book since the day we met. It's never been a day that she doesn't know my passwords or can just pick up my phone and just go right to. She knows. She knows what to do. It's not a question about it. So yeah,
yes,
that's an A for me.
Like he said, it's not that she had. I mean, she can have it, but she never asked for it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And I think that's what comes. That's the thing that comes with trust. I mean, you know that you can have access whenever you want it, but they trust you enough not to utilize that. So.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
Yeah. You want the ladies to say?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. So I would say it's an A also, but if you would have asked me this maybe 15 years ago, I probably would have said B. Because it's to a certain, there were certain things in the relationship where you felt like, wait a minute, I don't know if I can trust you with my password to my bank account. So, but right now, I think as like somebody just put in the comment, the more your relationship grows, the less cautious you become. And I think that's true. Like, I think the longer that we've been married, you become comfortable and you start trusting each other. And Raheed knows I'm bad with technology anyway. So I need somebody to know something because I have my so I think for now it's truly an A. Like I don't mind sharing my password or keys.
And I'm an open book. Anytime, I have nothing to hide at all. Anytime. Open book.
Is that an A?
That's an A.
Okay.
That's an A.
When you first met, wasn't it?
I'm an honest person.
The phones didn't have passcodes, right?
Yeah, we just we didn't. We had a beeper. Yeah, I had a beeper when we met. So that's what it was.
It was the black book. So we had black books, didn't we? We wrote down numbers because I was trying to figure out Did I share my phone book with him?
No. I never saw your little.
Because we was, meeting each other.
I don't want to see her little black book anyway.
Now tell me, who would do that?
Wait. Let's let it go. Don't, because somebody might agree with me. Let's not do that. Okay. I would throw the condoms away and hope that my spouse mentions them, or I would look for signs that my spouse is unfaithful before mentioning the condoms. We're going to go ahead and get that answer right on out the way. And I already know what her answer is, and I know what my answer is. I don't even got to ask her what her answer is. I know it better be what I thought it was going to be on this one.
Well, okay, so let's see if anybody's on here first because I thought you would throw the condoms away and then ask me later.
I mean, it was, someone just said hello to us from the I Do Me Too page. There we go. Hello. And
so that's my answer for you. Would you throw the condoms away and then ask me later? Yeah,
that's exactly. You really think that's what I would do? I know you didn't think. No. My answer is, hey, I'm gonna ask you about it. As soon as I see it, I'm on it. What is this? What is it? What's this? Who is this for? Because who and what and when and where, that like the who, what, when, where, that's what I would be going through that process right
so
there.
My answer was wrong. That's exactly what I put. I put C.
You put C? You really thought that I would hide? Wait a minute, let's go back to what it said real quick. She thought that I would say, I would throw the condoms away. Yeah, right. And hope my spouse mentioned, like you gonna ask me about it after I threw it away. Oh man, I love this woman. But
can't stop and won't stop now. They can't keep you down.